Look, Stig, you joined me here after some fantastic news. Paul Caddis is with us till the end of the 2026 season. How does that feel?
Yeah, really pleased to reach an agreement with Paul to extend his deal to the end of the 2026 season. I think everybody is united in the belief that the job he's done has been absolutely terrific in his first 12 months at the football club. You know, he's acknowledged himself. He came in as a complete rookie with sort of no background in management, although he'd been captain at clubs, so he's obviously got good leadership skills. But I think he's done a fantastic job. He's kind of brought the club back together. You know, the bond between the stands and terraces and the pitch is as strong as I can remember it in a long time. And I think the job he's done deserved rewarding in terms of an extension. And actually, we need to try and be a club that has stability as much as we can. And you know, it's not always possible in football, but I think, you know, showing our commitment to Paul and offering him another year on top of the current deal was really important, and I'm absolutely delighted that he's agreed to sign.
I suppose after the season that we just had, it must have been a high priority for yourself and the rest of the board.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something we've been thinking about for quite a time, actually, you know, and had spoken to Paul about it a little while ago in terms of what his thinking was, and you know, and his desires and his aims. So to trying to get it wrapped up so quickly after the end of the season is really good, because it means the focus can just be on, you know, recruitment and other parts of the football club. Really, we've got stability now in terms of the manager and staff. So yeah, we can just look at that, and Paul can just go away and focus on trying to put together a squad that hopefully can challenge.
Along with the players, his backroom staff, Paul's sort of been vital in sort of bringing that unity back to the club. It's been great to see.
Yeah, he's got a really close-knit group of staff. Everybody has been around them on a match. They can see how well they all work together, obviously with Runes and Sean, James, Patrick, Pacer. They're a really good group, really popular group. You can see the respect between them and the players, and it's great, you know, with Paul leading them, that we've kind of, you know, got them all now together and they can look ahead to 24, 25 excitedly.
One thing about this season from the whole club is the transparency that we've seen, and Paul's really bought into that.
Yeah, his communication has been absolutely fantastic. Clearly, a big thing when I came in was I wanted to try and, you know, be as open with supporters as we possibly could be. There's always going to be things you can't share with supporters. You know, you don't want to give your opponents a competitive advantage, and there are also commercial things that you wouldn't necessarily want to put into the public domain. But you know, it's everybody's football club, so people have a right to know things. And Paul's bought into that. He's never been forced to share information or any of his updates. They've never been forced to do them. He's always come forward within himself, which is brilliant. And then you've got automatic buy-in from the manager, and he's thinking the same way that the rest of us are, which is great. And I think that's another thing that's brought, you know, has made the fans, supporters feel closer to the club than they have for some time.
When you speak about the supporters there, it's been fantastic support throughout the whole season, and I suppose that's part of it.
Yeah, I mean, there are very few words really that I can think of that sum up the way the support's been this year. I mean, in fairness, it was summed up by the fact that we had 4,000 plus here on the last day of the season, which in reality for us was a bit of a dead rubber, because the chances of us actually winning 11 or 12-0 were pretty unlikely, I think. So to get a crowd of 4,000 plus here on the last day of the season, including 3,700 Hereford fans, was just absolutely magnificent. And home and away, the support's been brilliant. It shouldn't surprise anybody that loves the club and knows about the club, but I have to say there have been times when I've just sort of smiled to myself at the sheer numbers and the sheer noise, and hopefully moving forward that will continue, and the love that people seem to be feeling for the club at the moment will stay with them, and we can build and grow again as we look ahead to next season.
And that sort of excitement on the pitch is what sort of brought the fans in. The football's been fantastic. Yeah,
it has been really good. You know, we've never in any game, I think, been found wanting. We've always been able to feel that the players are giving their all. I've had a laugh with Paul a little bit in the past few days about, we obviously came from behind quite a few times to get a point or to win matches, and as Paul said, it's not ideal because you don't want to be falling behind in matches necessarily, but in terms of the reinvigoration and the excitement, there is something about coming from behind. So I think that has helped actually in terms of the way everybody's felt about the club. So yeah, I don't think he's planning to fall behind if he can help it, but certainly in this first season I think it has played a part in how exciting everything's been.
Thanks for taking the time.
No problem, thanks Ted.